Most luxury SUVs are designed to make life easier. Comfortable seats, a quiet cabin, a smooth ride. The kind of vehicle that makes traffic slightly less annoying. The Range Rover Sentinel had a completely different job. It wasn't built to protect you from potholes. It was built to protect you from bullets. Slightly different job description. This is the Range Rover Sentinel, one of the most heavily protected luxury SUVs ever built by Range Rover. But here's the real question. How do you transform a luxury SUV into a moving fortress without making it look like one? Let's find out. The first thing you'll notice, from a distance, it looks almost identical to a regular Range Rover. No military paint, no oversized armor, no dramatic styling screaming, "Please stare at me." Because the safest armored vehicle is usually the one nobody realizes is armored. It blends into traffic, pulls up to five-star hotels, waits outside business meetings, and quietly disappears again, exactly as intended. But underneath that elegant body, everything changes. The doors are reinforced with armored steel. The windows are made from thick ballistic glass. The roof, the floor, even critical structural areas receive extra protection. In other words, this isn't the kind of SUV that gets nervous when things go wrong. It's the SUV everyone else wishes they had when things go wrong. And somehow, after carrying all that protection, it still manages to look surprisingly elegant. That's harder than it sounds. Step inside, and the atmosphere changes completely. You don't feel like you've entered a military vehicle. You feel like you've entered a luxury lounge. Premium leather, beautiful craftsmanship, comfortable seats, modern technology. Everything feels exactly how a flagship Range Rover should. Because apparently, being protected from serious threats doesn't mean giving up heated seats. Luxury wasn't sacrificed. It was simply reinforced. Now here's the interesting part. Who actually buys something like this? Probably not the guy posting motivational quotes beside a rented supercar. The Sentinel is built for people whose security isn't optional. Government officials, royal families, diplomats, global business leaders, people whose daily schedule sometimes requires more planning than the average vacation. For them, this isn't about showing off. It's about going home safely every single day. Of course, that level of protection comes with a serious price tag. A standard Range Rover is already expensive. The Sentinel simply hears that number and laughs. But then again, if you're shopping for an armored luxury SUV, you're probably asking about protection levels, not monthly installments. Different buyers, different priorities. Now don't assume all that armor turns it into a slow-moving tank, because it doesn't. The Sentinel still delivers the smooth driving experience Range Rover is famous for. Its powerful engine keeps everything moving with confidence. The suspension continues to absorb rough roads with ease. And despite carrying hundreds of extra kilograms, it never forgets it's still a luxury SUV. But here's what makes the Sentinel truly fascinating. It's not the armor, it's not the reinforced glass, it's not even the engineering. It's the fact that none of it demands attention. Most armored vehicles practically announce themselves. The Sentinel does the opposite. It quietly blends into the world, while secretly being one of the toughest SUVs on the road. Real confidence doesn't need flashing lights. It simply does its job, without asking for applause. The Range Rover Sentinel was never built to be the fastest, or the loudest, or even the most exciting. It was built for something far more important. Peace of mind, a luxury SUV with the heart of a fortress. Proof that true luxury isn't always about horsepower. Sometimes It's about knowing that no matter what happens outside, the people inside have the best chance of making it home. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, because we've got more incredible luxury machines, rare armored vehicles, and engineering masterpieces coming your way. And I'll see you in the next one.